I think this gentleman, and then I'll come to you, sir.
Okay, I have two questions.
Yes, sir.
The first one was, how long did the postal official study the 2-week window survey results from the Ryland Post Office prior to deciding to go ahead with a customer questionnaire survey?
Yeah.
Okay. How long did postal officials study the 2-week window survey results from the Ryland Post Office prior to deciding to go ahead with a customer questionnaire survey?
About a week. About a week. A week.
A week.
Yeah, a week.
Okay, well, cards for the next phase were being printed prior to the window survey being reviewed. So y'all were going ahead with the next step before you even reviewed the cards for the first survey.
So you're saying the cards were printed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they may have been.
What he's saying is, you didn't study them a week because we got them 2 days after you got surveyed.
That doesn't mean that we didn't study it.
You didn't have the discussion study.
We moved forward with sending out the survey cards, but that doesn't mean we didn't study.
But his question was how long before you sent it out did you study? And you said about a week. And I'm just saying, we had them 2 days after you made it.
Okay.
So, I don't see how you studied a week before.
Okay.
Can we go to the next question?
You have another one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. How long did postal officials study the results of the customer questionnaire survey from the Ryland Post Office prior to planning a town hall meeting?
Could you repeat that question again?
Okay. How long did postal officials study the results of the customer questionnaire survey from the Ryland Post Office prior to planning a town hall meeting?
Even though we're doing the questionnaire, we're still, even though we're receiving the responses from the community, what you all send back to us in the questionnaires, even though we're doing that, we're still moving along in the process. And once we look over everybody's response and everything, at some point, we can still, if the manager of post office operations, if you feel that, well, at this point, we're not gonna continue, then you can do that. We still move forward because we have a timeline that we have to meet. So even though we're still reviewing certain things and moving forward with something else, we're still reviewing.
So, we're a little bit confused on that issue. I guess you can tell from my question. It appears to us that you were conducting this survey, the window survey that lasted 2 weeks, and if the results from that were not satisfactory, that then you would have proceeded with the customer questionnaire cards, and then you would have looked at those results, and if those results indicated that you still needed to close the post office, then you would have proceeded with running a town hall meeting, which would make sense to us because it would be giving us due process, which your customers were entitled to.
So your point is, your understanding of the process is that we do one thing, then we do another thing, then we...
Well, because it looks like there's steps. It looks like a progressive steps. And what we're saying is you did step one. The day that you got that back, that stuff had to be printed because the day after that we had the cards.
Right.
And you made a mistake on the cards, and you sent out the letter that was saying, just go ahead and fill out the cards, mistake, we're sorry, it's a mistake, the decision hasn't been made yet.
Right.
Well, on that same letter it said, we're planning a town hall meeting the first part of May.
Okay.
So, we're like, well, why are we even filling these cards out? Because they're going ahead with step 3, and we're still sitting here trying to do step 2.
Right. So your point for the record is that you feel that we did not follow the process.
We feel like we have not received due process because
That'll be part of the record.
that's the reason I was saying.
Okay. And that'll be part of the record, and that will be up for the next reviewing official to determine whether we follow the process or not.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Several times you make a comment that probability is not a consideration for consolidating the post office.
Or selecting a post office, yes.
Yet the postal service is in the red, but operating in the red. Who establishes the criteria that you're using for consolidation of post office?
There
Is
is,
it local, is it federal?
it's national. There's a discontinuous process. That's a
Why
national-
doesn't profitability, being that profitability is such a big issue, why is that not part of the criteria?
It's not. It's not. And we agree with you. I can tell you, my boss, the district manager, he would agree with you, and I would too. Unfortunately, the process is designed that we cannot select officers based on whether it's profitable or not. We can't do it. For selection, and I know it's,
In here, it's saying that you're losing money. This whole thing's about money.
yes.
And yet you're thinking about closing a post office that is making you lose money.
Yes,
That doesn't make sense, sir.
you're right. But we're following the process. Because if we don't follow that process,
A mice running down the wrong hole.
we agree with you. And we've asked for reorganization and redesign for the discontinuous process from the Postal Regulatory Commission. We've asked for that. They were just recently turned it down, but we have proposed it again.
But nowhere in the process, like this gentleman said, it is monetary things, just no consideration at all.
No.
So you close the post office that make $100,000 a year in lieu of one that makes $10,000.
If it's feasible.
I agree with you, sir, it just does not make any sense. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's that?
No, ma'am.
Because
I've
already said that. The Postal Service considered the people. Well, that's why we're here today. So that's why we're here today, to take all the notes and all your comments and to bring that back as part of the package. There's, I can't say what margin it is. No, it does.
But you said convenience wasn't
It's part of the
consideration.
process, and your voice will be heard. What? There's no one thing that would keep, there's no one thing that would make the proposal go away. Well, I would say if we fail to follow the process, that would be something that someone would say, hey, you didn't follow the process, therefore you have to either forget it, start your feasibility study over again, or something like that. But there's no one thing that would be considered. Okay, yes, ma'am.
Is there some reason why the United States Postal Service would discriminate against the community and/or citizens of Ryland, Alabama?
Is there some reason we would discriminate? We feel we're not discriminating. I know. Yes, sir. It is part of the account. I don't have it. We have an estimated account.
That doesn't matter.
What's that? No, the number of people served is not part of the consideration of feasibility. No.
Monetary and people served, not part of the criteria. I got you.
If they're, for example, here, if there's post office box holders and we can serve them in another location without changing their address, that would be part of the consideration. The number of customers going in, we do kind of a traffic survey. The distance between the off-site post office would be considered also.
Have you had somebody at the Ryland Post Office all day long, just to see how many cars, where you can't find a parking place?
No, I don't think so. I don't know, does anybody stay at the Ryland Post Office all day long?
No, we know that.
No.
Thank you.
No. Other than the postmaster, no.
We don't have a postmaster.
The officer in charge.
This school uses that postmaster.
Yeah, I'd like to know if you could provide us with any sound, logical, legal, or legitimate reasons for closing Ryland Post Office.
The question is, can we provide a sound, logical, and reasonable reason for our proposed closing?
Legal.
Legal.
Legal?
Legitimate.
Legal.
Legal, legitimate.
Legal and legitimate?
Right.
I think I talked about that earlier, about the condition of the Postal Service and our need to reduce fixed costs. So That would be.
Started out as a volunteer, all right, to about $80,000 a year, it sounds to me like, so that's good.